Hey, welcome everybody. Ronnie here, bringing your devotion for this week. I am so excited to be doing this because it's been a few weeks, maybe even a couple of months since I've been able to do devotion. And it's not because I haven't wanted to, but life has been crazy. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in my devotion. What a year 2020 was, right? It was crazy. I don't think that this year went as anybody expected. Definitely it didn't start out the way that it ended, right? I remember being with friends on New Year's Eve of 2019, and we were talking about how excited we were for 2020 because all the holidays fell on all the right days. And all of our church friends were talking about 2020, vision for 2020. Let's see what God is going to do in 2020. Vision for 2020. And as you know, 2020 did not turn out the way that we all expected it to. It was in March of 2020, and my daughter was turning 1, and it was the start of the first shutdown, the first stay-at-home order, and we were all just sitting, Shannon, I, my 2 kids, we were singing Happy Birthday, just the five of us in our backyard to our 1-year-old, and we were Facebook Living it so that all of our friends and family, the ones that would normally have been there to celebrate with us, so they could all see. And it was really disappointing. I saw a meme just a few days ago, and it talked about, is anybody else having issues saying 2021, as in 2020, W-O-N, 2021? As for me, I was reflecting just these last few days, and I can see that, at least for me, 2020 did win. 2020 made me slow down. It made me focus and refocus and look at myself and my relationship with God and what really mattered to me. 2020 made me stop pulling God along and instead put God in the driver's seat. 2020 saw provision for us as a family and for Real Life Church. I'm literally sitting and recording this video in God's provision. It's been so amazing, but it didn't always come the way that we thought it would. I was reminded of Matthew 6:26. I'm going to read it here in the Message translation. It said, if you decide for God, living a life of God worship, it follows that you don't fuss about what's on your table at mealtime or whether the clothes in your closet are in fashion. There is more to life than just the food you put in your stomach, more than the outer appearance, than the clothes you hang on your body. Look at the birds, free and unfettered, not tied down to any job description, careless in the cares of God. And you count far more to Him than the birds. As we begin 2021, let's remember that He does care for us. Right before we were recording this video, a friend called, and he was having a really hard time. He was struggling. And it just reminded me that God cares for all of us. He cares for the hard times. He cares for the good times. He cares, even when we are struggling, when we were at our lowest point. If God cares for the birds, if He sees about their needs, how much more does He care for us? Let's look at 2020 or 2021 and expect God to do great things. Let's go into 2021 thanking God, proclaiming His goodness, and seeing what is on the other side of that. So when we are having this same video in 2022, we can look back and say, God, He provided everything for me. It may not have been exactly how I wanted it. It may not have been exactly to the way that I thought it was going to be, but He provided in every aspect of everything. Hey guys, thank you for joining me this week. I love you. We'll see you again next week.